Hello, YouTube family. How you doing? Oh man, it feels so good to be back. All right, guys. My name is Kofi Baraka, and you're in another episode of Kofi Baraka's World, and this is episode 18. All right, we're doing good, guys, and this is a pretty cool title. This one is called "Chosen Ones: Fear of a Black Planet." Don't take it for granted. So, of course, we're going to do a prayer. Give it to the big one upstairs. You know what I mean? So, I want you to close those eyes and open up those ears. God, thank you for this time. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the love you've given us. Thank you for your protection. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your truth. And also, God, just thank you for keeping us not only aware, but keeping us intact during the spiritual warfare. And please get us out of here, God, in terms of any unseen danger or any true parallels that don't go with our wave. We love you with all our heart. Amen. Ra, Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. God's first. All right. So like I said, from the title, Fear of a Black Planet, Don't Take It for Granted, we're going to talk about certain things you see every day that we probably don't know that people of African descent made. Of course, we weren't taught this in school. Not even remotely. I want to say maybe a couple of inventions, but you learn about Thomas Edison all day, and that macaroni nigga that did the radio, or Marconi, I know his real name, but I call him macaroni. But it's a few inventions we have in terms are based off of the genius and the creative minds of great African inventors, or I like to say American Aborigine, because we're the originals on this land. You know what I mean? We're the Aborigine. You know what I mean? Just of America. They don't want to admit it, because if they do, we definitely gotta get paid. All right. So the first invention is potato chip. You see potato chips all the time. You don't see no black man on a goddamn, unless it's Master P chips, or if it's the Boosie flavor or whatever. Like, those don't count. I'm talking, I can't see Silk the Shocker on one. I need to see the inventor of the potato chip. All right. Also, we got the gas mask. The guy that made the gas mask, naturally, he also made the 3-light traffic light. Let me see. We got the protective mailbox, the blood bank. I think that's Charles Drew. The improved iron board, home security system. Like I said before, the 3-light traffic light. Refrigerated truck. So naturally, we made the refrigerator. This is really amazing. The electric microphone. The electric microphone. Tissue holder. I know we did that. my pops from down south, they used to use newspaper. Woo! Alright. Automatic gear shift. So if we made an automatic gear shift, we naturally made the car. Clothing dryer. That makes sense, because we did most of the washing. Golf tee. The golf tee should be black all the time. It shouldn't be white. It should be black all the time if we made it. Or red, green, and black. Something. Shit, give it Jamaican colors. Green and yellow. I don't care. Something. Dustpan. Ice cream scooper. The lawnmower. Are you kidding me? The mop. The cell phone. Doorknob and stopper. Are you kidding? The motor. So we made the car. Also, the motor too. You gotta remember this. Back in, they call it slavery time, but during the bondsman time or bonds people time, if a slave was gifted in terms of mentally, and or he or she had that thing, especially with their hands, and if they made something, you don't think a white person is gonna take credit, or the slave master, whoever. So even with something like the they say the motor. So there's always been a story in terms of they said James Watts, the guy that made the quote unquote steam engine. It was a brother that made the steam engine, and he was his slave, I believe, and he just took full credit. The same as the cotton gin. You know what I mean? That wasn't Eli Whitney. It was more Whitney Houston than in terms of Eli Whitney. So it's just like, no, that was a black person that made the cotton gin. Why? Because niggas was working. We was like, we could do this quicker. It's been times I was at work. I did a full algorithm, and these motherfuckers took credit. I put my initials, my middle initial and my last name in terms of my initials in the algorithm, and I see they train another person. They changed their whole copy in terms of their training copy in terms of the booklet, and they threw my algorithm in because it cut 3 steps out of what they were originally doing. So I said to say we get a lot of shit taken from us, you know what I mean, or stolen outright, you know what I mean, the best of us. We also got the horseshoe, which made sense, and the fire extinguisher. That's a whole game changer. I didn't even know we made the fire extinguisher. And these are things we see all the time, and we don't think about it. Like it makes a big difference. When I did the research for this, I was walking today, and I saw a protective mailbox, and I instantly was like, "Damn, we made that. We made that shit." And it's like you don't get to notice until like your 20s or your 30s or your 40s, even if you're fortunate. You know what I mean? So it's like, as a historian, some of these items I didn't even know we made, and I feel bad saying that, but it's the truth. And today we also going to talk about, I got the history in it. We're going to talk about my man Henry Louis Latimer, who was born 1848 and he transitioned 1928. He was an inventor, a patent draftsman, and also an author. If this is the first time you ever heard of Henry Louis, Henry Louis, basically, when you see a light bulb, that's Henry Louis Latimer. And they might say Thomas Edison, but I don't give a damn what no one say. I put 10 toes down with this one. Henry Louis Latimer, he's the person who made the light bulb. If anything, Edison had a light bulb that would stay lit for like 15 seconds. White niggas go crazy. Then Henry Louis Latimer, nigga, he comes in and he was like, fuck 15 seconds. What about 15 days? This dude was like Mitch from Paid in Full. 10 years? More like 10 days. That's how he was. That's a game changer. Back in the day, the light bulbs was busting the motherfuckers. It was like a porno. Just busting. And no. Not with Henry Louis Latimer. This dude, he changed the game. If it was up to these niggas, the light bulbs would still be busting. We wouldn't have no light right now. This dude was like, no, I can keep the light bulb not only on, I can keep it consistent. It won't burn the house down. It won't catch on fire. The light bulb won't burn out. If anything, the little carbon strip might fall, and that means you need a new light bulb. He even made that. That's a game changer. That's the game changer. So I'm not saying he made the light bulb, but shit, he made the light bulb. He made it that improved and that better. And okay, if he didn't make the light bulb, he definitely made they call it the light lamp, which was basically mean like anything that was stationary with the light bulb. That these niggas only had the light bulb in their hand. This nigga came up with the idea like, no, let's put this in a stationary device so it won't burn our fucking hands. Also, we can go around places and we can make it stationary so we don't have to hold it. So we can put it on the wall. He even changed that game. We wouldn't have fluorescent lights if it wasn't for his brother. So I thank you, Henry Louis Latimer. Like I said before, he invented the electric lamp, which was a improved design for producing light using electricity. Also, he improved the railroad toilet. That was a game changer. I mean, back in the day, in his time, that's all they had was fucking trains. So that means if there were airplanes, he would have done the same thing. That was the airplane of that time. He also made the locking rack for hats, coats, and umbrellas. So that means when you go to a hood club and you see those cages, in terms of when they have all the coats and the scarves and the hats and the whole shebang, that's that brother. Whenever you go to a church and you got the cloak closet and it has a little cage, if it's a hood church, that means Henry Louis Latimer is not just the light bulb. Who knows how much else he made and he just kept it home, like his own personal shit. Like, who knows? Damn, he got me excited, yo. Let me see. This is the end of episode 18, guys. So like I always say, you could like the videos, subscribe to the channel, download and share the video. Of course, I love you. And like we always say, we are number one. Our God is number one. And the journey is not done. Ashanti Sana, everyone. Have a great one. Thanks again for tuning in. Peace.